J-Drone here. What's going on, guys? SYMA X5C with a AIO that has a DVR on it, and it's actually plugged into the camera slot. So no external battery for this. We're running one battery for that and the drone. We will be using the jumper. Let's go. So we have liftoff here, guys. It is really windy. It's a lot windier than I had thought it was. So I've sped this up by ×2. Otherwise, this would be a really long video because it took a while for this drone actually to get where we're going. And we're going to the edge of the second field, which is just to show a little bit of the capabilities of this drone and wind. It can handle it, but again, this is ×2. It took longer than this. And also, this shows jumper to SYMA. Jumper controller bound to the SYMA, what type of range you could expect. I wanted to go further. I wanted to go to the third field, but it just took so long flying out because we're flying in wind now. And we will put this at regular speed once we turn around and come back. And this is the video that we're getting off of that AIO. It's pretty clean video, especially compared to DVR, which we will show you the DVR, because unfortunately what has happened to me once already today has happened to me again, where we are going to black out in the goggles. I blacked out on my ZMR flight, and I actually broke that up pretty bad. Hopefully I could get in and fix it, but this didn't break, but we blacked out because this went into LVC, which again, you'll see that later in the video. Fortunately, this does record in every like minute and a half, 2 minutes, or no, 3 minutes. I think it's like every 3 minutes this records and then stops and then starts recording again, as you can see bottom right. Now this is in my goggles. That's why I like to have two different things recording at once, because if I was just solely relying on the DVR from the AIO, you wouldn't be able to see anything. So now you can see the DVR kind of seems like it's a little bit in slow-mo versus that ×2. It's not terrible, but it's not great by any means. You definitely wouldn't want to use this on a race drone hitting gaps and whatnot, because there is a little bit of latency as far as the transmission when this is recording. Now when it's not recording, it's pretty crisp, it's pretty clean, where there's very little latency at all, and you definitely would be able to put it on a race drone and fly through it. But while you're recording, it seems to affect the transmission just a little bit. But you were able to see before, which the quality is pretty darn good, and you're able to see now where I'm just kind of sky cruising, something where you're not going to need precision flying, and maybe you're doing a little sky cruising like I am. You're just trying to de-stress from what's going on today. This will be it, and you'll be able to get really clean footage. Just remember, it's going to record in segments, so you have to piece it together, or if you black out like I'm about to here, you'll be able to still have some footage to show people, like I have already showed you, and you won't have to just solely rely on the DVR. Although look at the DVR, besides a little bit dark, it's pretty clean. And this is what I got. LVC, this was all the power my AIO was getting. That was my only concern, that this was hooked up to underneath there. So if LVC went on this, which it did, I would lose my FPV, and that's exactly what happened, because I think LVC, once your low voltage on this hits, it limits the power going to the camera port, and I lost my FPV. Fortunately, I was able to find it, and going out was rough because we got a little bit of wind. You can see stuff moving around here a little bit. So it was rough going out. Coming back was super quick, guys. I'm J-Drone. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Later.